Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, can we have everybody seated as we're going to get started with the festivities this morning? Such a beautiful day to make this very special day possible. And I would like to welcome and thank all of you that's here with us here this morning on this very special event that's going to take place here. And of course, we've got our speakers that will be speaking on behalf of the festivities this morning. And we're going to give you a little bit of history regarding the monument. And as maybe some of you read a little bit about the information on what's been put on the monument itself. And of course, I'm very thankful for our mayor to be here with us this morning. And some of the organizers, Mr. Gary Fox, who's been working very, very hard to make this day happen. And of course, Ms. Kara Baldwin. I know we've been missing one another here and there once in a while regarding information, so I guess we've been both been so busy doing other things and trying to make this day possible. So at this time, I would like to call upon, before we start the whole program, we always like to open the festivities with a invocation. So I would like to call Ramona Bighead to come up and do a opening prayer.
Okay. Kita kakanaik sa matsimkwa. Nisto ko agesti skaki. Nitiganak. I'm just really thankful to be asked to say a prayer today. This is a very so important, this day and this monument. I am just overcome with emotion today, and I really want to thank the teacher, Kara Baldwin, for putting this together and for bringing this story out to her students who attend Cardston High School, students who are members of the Blood Tribe, and students who are also descendants of the survivors of the Baker Massacre. My great-great-grandmother, Natuhyayaki, is a survivor of this massacre that took place just not even that far across the border near Shelby, Montana. You go east, it's right there along the Marias River. Lewis and Clark renamed it Marias River, but that was called Gyayittai, the Bear River. That's what the Blackfeet called it. Lewis and Clark came along in 1802, 1804 and renamed it after an Aunt Maria back east, Marias River. So this is really important. I cannot stress, in the town of Cardston, I am so impressed that you would acknowledge this. And not only the Baker Massacre, but the Indian residential schools. We've all been hearing the news. Those are so real. How many in the town of Cardston were here, just living in town here, when just a few miles back here, 2 residential schools were there, and you're hearing about the atrocities now? You know, it's hard for people to comprehend that that was just happening just over here while we were safe in the town of Cardston. It's hard to imagine, but it's real. And I really want to thank you. For the town of Cardston, I want to thank the students for designing this. from listening to Kara, and I did go to visit the students in their classroom and shared them what I know about the 1870 massacre. And it's not a easy thing to talk about, but it is very important. And it helps us to understand that relationship and to build those relationships with each other. We know that this town, we do have an imaginary wall, and let's break that. Let's break that imaginary wall down and build these relationships together. I live in this town. I have grandchildren that I'm raising in this town, and I want them to feel safe and to feel good about themselves. And I just once again thank you. I'm sorry for, I know I was asked to pray, but I'll just say a prayer in my language, in the Blackfoot language, and I will be calling on my great-great-grandmother, Natuhkiayaki, to come here and be here with us because we're honoring her. I will call on Chief Heavy Runner Isukuyumachka as well to be here. I will call on my great-grandfather Charlie Blood, Sahkum Yochtsani, to be here. I'll call on my grandmother Ksikawutan Annie Bershinbone to be here. I'll call on my dad, Mate Stakats, Peter Bighead, to be here. Because of their resiliency, I'm here. And today I'm a grandmother and I'm a great-grandmother. So from Natuhkiayaki, who survived that massacre, we're down to 8 generations on her line. There's thousands of us here. Hi, Istipatapiop. I xixkochtachsi taxpinanan xistikoy nitkotkano pinana. I not do it pigs. I get connects katsimatpinana noktuts pomokinan kimatukinan. I not tohyayaki noxpomokinan kimokinan. I o sukuyumachka. Nito yuhatistakapinan noktuts pomokinan. Sakum yochtani kimatukinan. Chikawutan noktuts pomokinan. Mate stakats kitknants katsimatpinan. Spomokinan and xistikoy. Kikskochtachsi taxpinan kimanistek mukspinan kimanstawa istamatsuk spinan. Spomo kinantakok kimanistai ka kimatu pinan ni petepioxin kinitatsimo iskan. Ayo kimatu sa nuku sinan extako kisang kupaka pesiman nan takok kimanistai ka kimatanan takok kasuke istamatsanan. Takok kasuk kui kwanana nuku sinan exnissuku sinanix. O kikimatu kinang kitung kitapi menonix and executive stopi taso kinakyo pikimatu sa ako kithui kamutay ako kithui itap skut kaya. O kikimatu sa and executaso kitapwa kaya. Kimatu sa istipatapio. O kispomo kinanta ko kay kimanan. Tako kespomuanana o tapis. O kistipatapio kimatu sa nexikopuka sa nexeskinimatsia eskinimatsay pukek sa koksita misapuka tumiawt skinimatxinni. O kenexeskinimat tukiksi. Kimatu sa makokumanistai ka kimayumanistai ka kimatsia kuku sinnanik sa kokesuke istamatsanana. Ayos tipatapio pikimatu sa anexikonomia anistuatsimoiskaya. Kohkastakatana nexictato makinana, eats kinaix, moto kicks, ganatsumitex, kakoix, nenamska, kinskawach kanitay, kimmatu sized patapio. Ayo kimmatu kinan, takoksi, ika kimatu pinana ni tatsimo iskanin nona. And di dawa mato smak pinana, kimmatu kinan. Ayo natu itapix, spomo kinan. Kimmatu kinan o ki kamutani misami patapi sin kimmapi pitsin. Hey.
Thank you, Ramona, for that beautiful blessing. So there's a few people that I would like to also introduce that were heavily involved in the planning of unveiling this wonderful monument here. Of course, the mayor of Cardston, Maggie Cronin, representing the Blood Tribe Chief and Council, Mr. Richard Redcrow, thank you for coming out. Assistant Superintendent on behalf of the West Wind School Division, Mr. Austin Nunn, and Rob Doig. We also have Anna Joyce Frank. On behalf of the West School Division, and we're very thankful for having Miss Ramona Bighead, who will be speaking later on. Reverend Lois Punton. Member of the Community Foundation of Lethbridge, Southern Alberta. Stake President Jim Ferguson. Stake Leader Mark Hagee on behalf of Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for helping and making this day happen. And we, of course, we do have our speakers that will be saying a few words. So at this time, I would like to call the drummers to come forward. As for you all know, in our history, we always open any ceremony with an invocation and an honor song. So this monument that we are all witnessing here today deserves an honor song. So on behalf of the town of Cardston and the children that put this thing together, is very amazing. Can I have everybody stand as we are going to go right into the honor song, and it's going to be performed by Philip Cryinghead and Cody Mountain Horse, who also graduated from the Cardston High School.
Hey,
Thank you. Check one. Would like to thank the drummers for the honor song. All right, without any further ado, we're going to be calling our mayor, Maggie Cronin. And we're also going to be our representative from Chief and Council, Mr. Richard Red Crow.
Okay, and welcome to all of you who have been invited to this unveiling of the Niitsitapi monument on this beautiful day on the land. My name is Maggie Cronin, and I'm the mayor of the town of Cardston, located on traditional Blackfeet Confederacy land. It is a privilege for me to be here today and to be able to witness the realization of Ms. Baldwin, high school student, very conceptual drawing, an idea that started 3 years ago in a classroom. I was extremely impressed with Ms. Baldwin's approach to teaching colonial impact in a manner that was so different from the textbook. She chose to find original documents and to teach colonialism from an indigenous perspective. That was extremely touching to me. And also to see her challenge her students to come up with a project that would encapsulate their understanding of their newly acquired knowledge on the subject. And this was the beginning of the conception of this monument. I was also extremely impressed by her students, her First Nation students, and their desire to recognize the past, the pains, the losses, especially the loss of children on residential schools, and the loss of mothers and children at the Montana Baker Massacre, whose lonely survivor managed to find a way north on Blackfoot land and has now today many, many descendants that are living on the reserve and off reserve. I am really pleased today to realize that this monument is going to be a legacy, not only for the Blood Tribe, but for the town. It's going to be a place to reflect in this park about the past and what possibilities there are for the future. This location for this monument was chosen by an elder of the Blood Tribe, Miss Georgette Heavy Runner, I believe. And she had a choice of 3 locations. That is the one she chose because of its symbolism. And the symbolism was as follows. The river flows, and so it was flowing on the Montana encampment. And there is a bridge that is there for people to meet. and to reflect on the past and to dream with a brightness of hope of future possibilities. It is a place for reconciliation. And today I really want to thank our students, our high school students, First Nation students, who had a vision and who were leaders in forging new paths towards that reconciliation. The time is now. Let's act on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Cronin, for a wonderful speech. I also like to acknowledge one of our tribal leaders who's now also present here today with us. It's always an honor to have leadership involved on occasions like this. I'd like to introduce one of our counselors, leaders that's been working with the communities and has extended his time to make sure everything is working at a very smooth pace. I would like to introduce one of our tribal counselors, Mr. Floyd Bighead. At this time, I would like to call upon Mr. Richard Red Crow, also one of our tribal leaders, to speak on behalf of Chief and Council.
Okay, thank you, Arnold. The mayor, thank you, representatives, and all the people that had to say in putting this beautiful monument together. And on the behalf of my people, I would like to thank Tana Cardston, our elders, Ramona, for bringing forth, our history. Our history is not always gravy. We had some rough times, but we preserved and we're still here. And we would like to thank everyone that's been involved in this historic day. It's an honor and privilege to be here. And I thank the people that invited me. I think it was 11:30 p.m. last night. I got the invite, but thank you. And and also with us natives, we don't prepare speeches. We just speak from the heart. So it's an honor to be here, and we thank you. And also what it says here, reconnect. That's what we need to do. Reconnect not only amongst ourselves but with our neighbors, our surrounding communities, because we're going to make it work. And it's an honor to be here. And on behalf of my people, we thank you for acknowledging the massacre and also the residential things that have been coming forth in the past few months. With that, with prayers and respect and honoring one another, we'll get through this. We love one another. And with that, we thank you. God bless you. Like I said, it's an honor to be here, and I apologize. I have to go to my late brother. His funeral services are on as we speak, so I'm going to go honor him also. And thank you, Floyd. Thank you for being here, and Floyd will speak on our behalf sometime later on this agenda. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you.
Thank you, Richard. Okay, at this time I would like to call upon teacher Miss Kara Baldwin and Avery Manybear. Avery here. And invite the other students up as well. Come on up. Come on up.
It is such an honor to stand here beside these amazing students who have really worked hard and persevered through everything, and put up with me to see this come forth. I remember to this day Cassius saying we'd drawn the design and talked about it, and we talked about going and presenting to look for some money. Of course, everything costs money. And he said, wait, we're really doing this? I said, yeah, we're really doing this. Like, really? Yeah, we're doing this. This wasn't just a project to stay in the classroom. This was a project that we wanted to see come forth into the community and happen. So I would like to give each of them an opportunity just to say something, and then I'll talk afterwards. So Cassius, we're going to start with you.
Okay. I kind of wrote some notes because I don't want to get sidetracked. So, hello, my name is Cassius Hungerwolf. I was in Miss Baldwin's social class in 2019, and part of the group that kind of designed and planned the first ideas about the statue. She wanted some kind of symbol, like a feather or something, so I drew this buffalo standing on this pillar obelisk thing, and she kind of liked that, so that's kind of the design we went with. And then after that, we started planning about all the what would be written on the side and stuff. And so we also had meetings with the school board and town hall deciding where the statue would go. And to see everyone's vision become real is a great achievement for us students. It's pretty awesome to see it standing here. And Miss Baldwin had a lot of questions about the land and about Blackfoot history and stuff. So my grandma is an elder, and her name's Beverly Hungerwolf, and she kind of helped with talking. And there was Acacia's grandmother too, Ramona. What's her last name? Ramona Bighead, and she wrote the thing that we used a lot of the information out of. It was a whole thing on the Baker Massacre. So that's kind of what we did when we were at school and stuff. So.
Okay, my name is Hunter Heavy Runner. not that long ago, I just found I'm a descendant from Chief Heavy Runner. That was part of that Baker Massacre. And I just want to thank the mayor, the officers, all you guys here. I'd like to thank all of you guys for coming. Arnold, the drummers, everyone. I just thank all of you guys for coming to support the monument, the opening. And thank for Cash, Avery for starting this whole monument and getting it started. And so I just like to thank everyone for coming and supporting us.
Hi, my name is Kiara Rabbit, and I just like to thank everyone that's come out and support us. We've gotten great amounts of support going through all of this, and I'd just like to thank everyone that's been coming and helping us get through it. Yeah.
Before we reveal the monument, I'm going to have the students lift up the blanket here. This couldn't have happened without the strong support of the town. Mayor Cronin, Jeff Shaw, and Angel Isaac have been phenomenal in helping these students learn how to write grants, help us with everything along the way. We also had strong support from the school division as well. So I wanted to recognize them, and this is just step one. If you look around, we've got a lot of development still to happen. The vision is to use this as a space for people to come down and read information, learn more, connect. This started with a story, and this started with a conversation. And it's amazing how much conversation can lead to relationships. And I know so many more people now because of this, and that I call my friends. And so I hope that is what happens moving forward. So I'll have the students lift up the blanket. As they take this off, I just wanted to point out a couple of the symbolic meaning behind what they chose. The buffalo being so important for the Blackfoot community, but also having the calf. So the artist sent us this, and we thought it was perfect because families were torn apart during the residential schools and also from the massacre. But families are back together and strong and resilient, and we thought that was really, really important. We also made sure that we consulted with elders in the positioning of the monument. So the east and west direction is very important. And thank you.
Thank you, Miss Kara, for that wonderful speech. Let's put our hands together one more time for our students and Kara Baldwin. Okay, I would like to introduce one of our elders that's been working along with the kids for quite some time here to make this monument happen. And he's been guiding the children in different areas. And he's been working very, very close with the high school himself, making sure that everything is in place. And I think he has done a very, very sensational job helping out with the knowledge that he had and the information regarding the monument itself. So I would like to call upon Mr. Rod Firstrider to come on up, and we got some feathers that will also be given out here, and Rod will say a few words, and we will be also doing a blessing, I guess.
Okay, ksikona eksmatsin. It's surprising, and I feel really good about what has taken place this morning. I'm also a residential school survivor. At a very young age, I was forced to go to boarding school. I believe I was about 4 or 5 years old. Most of us, just a little history about the residential school. Most of us were forced to go into the residential school. We had no choice. Either we had to go, or our parents would be arrested, or whoever's looking after us, our grandparents would be arrested for not letting for us children if we're not going to the residential school. It kind of saddens me now. I've been visiting my mother, and we talk about it, and I think all of us that attended the residential schools, we're still having problems. We get flashbacks. My mother's 92 years old, and I was just there yesterday morning having tea with her, and she was kind of reminiscing about what was happening, what was going to be taking place today. And for her, she just started crying. She said, "It saddens me." And right now, my voice is pretty shaky too. It saddens me that it takes our children the ones that are going to school here that decided themselves they got to honor the survivors, residential schools, and the ones that were massacred in the States. I decided a few years ago that I was going to make sure that this thing never happens again. So I decided to go back to school after I left high school here. I graduated in social work. From there, I wanted to continue helping people. And that's what I've been doing all these years. I've been helping a lot of people out, my own people, along with the town of Cardston. I wanted to make amends, and I've been, I went through a lot here, just going to school here, and made some enemies. But I want to make amends, forget about the past, and move on with this. And I am very grateful that today it's happening, and I'd like to see it continue. The reason why there's a circle here, in our TP, this is the entrance. So I've seen some of our members and the non-natives have respect, is what I'm asking. Here's the door, because in our TP, you don't see us walking through any which way that we want to. We always follow. And the reason why everything faces, the doorway faces the east, is we follow the sun. And the sun comes around, and this is where it sets. So everything we do as Native people, it always goes back to Tlachku, the land. Everything grows from. We survive through our land. So I am very grateful that again this is happening. I had a speech all written up, but then my emotions got the best of me, and I figured I'll just let go of the speech that I wanted to do and just speak from my heart. And again, I'm very proud of our students for putting up this monument. They had the idea, and I'm sure their thoughts are the same as mine or any of our First Nations here. So thank you very much.
So we're going to make a small presentation at this time, and I would like to call upon Mr. Floyd Bighead to come on up. He's our representative from Chief and Council.
want to stand by the statue. Imani, what Rodney said was our TPs. The entrance is right here, so if you're coming to see the statue, always go through the entrance. So that's just one of our ways. And okay, I'm glad to be here today. My name is Pita Katsis, Eagle Arrow. Also, they call me the voice of Indian rodeo. I don't know, there's being on council, I've been called a lot of things as well. I'd just like to say hello to Mayor Cronin, rest of town officials, our high school students, and I'm especially proud of my granddaughter right there, Kiera, being part of the high school team. She's going to graduate this year. I have 3 grandchildren that are graduating this year. Should have been 4, but due to COVID, one of them AWOL'd on me, which is okay. It's a very honor to be here. It was kind of a last-minute deal. I was still in my pajamas when Ramona phoned, so I really hustled to get here. And it's always good to see everybody. Today is, as I think about what's been happening with everything. Myself, I am a residential school survivor, and I'm proud to say that. I started at residential school when I was sent to residential school, just turning 4 years old. I did not speak English when I went to school. I learned English pretty fast. It was pounded into me. I also learned the ways of the residential school, and some was good, some wasn't very good. But one of the things that I recall from my residential school experiences is I had a family when I first went to school. And for 5 years, my first 2 years there, I think I went home once. And for 5 years, and then after I come out of there, I had no more family. My parents broke up, and we were kind of my mother was a single mother, and things went on. And but I could say that it really made me a stronger person. With all the shortcomings we had, we weren't very well off when we were young, so we learned how to survive. One of the things that my mother instilled on me was to respect other people. Doesn't matter who you are, black, red, white. Doesn't matter who you are. We're all the same. We all pray to the same Father, our Creator. And in a way that we are brothers and sisters. I have many friends, white friends, Indian friends, black friends. So I respect that, and my mother always told me, treat people how you want to be treated. And those words were very instilled on me when I was very young, and I always try that. So these are some of the things, and just by standing by this monument here makes me really be honored. And I'd like to thank the high school, whoever had part in this. This is something else. Especially today, what happened in the news with our children in Kamloops and pretty well all over. It's probably happened all over in residential schools. Also, just wanted to mention the new holiday. What's it called again? Umpteenth or something? I think is that holiday for us, so we don't have to work. Oh, it's an American holiday. Oh, okay. What's it? Juneteenth holiday. Yeah. Oh, that's for the Americans. Guess we have to go to Bab now, eh? Father's Day. Anyway, I'd like to thank a few people. Of course, Mayor Cronin, Rodney. He was one of my leader with the society, and it's always great. He was a long time member of leadership on Blood Tribe Council. Also, my friend Arnold, Gary, who does great work with the school, And of course, my drum group right here, my men right here. These guys are really, let's give them a round of applause. You know, it's a real honor to know the songs and everything. So with that, I'd like to thank you for this eagle feather, and I'm going to put it in a very special place. And I'll honor it with the way I was taught. And then I'm going to start. I don't know what the white word is, but it's. I can stop it. Hi. Ito wakina menno da sukayohtua. Yani astami apitut yagitita mi taki. My grandfather, John Bersonbone Sr., told me when you feel good, when you feel honor, you sing a song. The song that I just sang you is my own song. I picked up the words listening. Very young age, I used to listen to John Bersonbone Sr. sing all the holy songs and everything, and one of them seemed to stick with me, and so I made that song, and just to honor everybody here today. I'd like to thank my sister Ramona. She based her thesis on this Baker massacre and created the awareness that started all this. And I'm glad the high school students are picking it up, and you know, let's continue to build a good relationship. We are all brothers and sisters. Continue to take care of each other. Doesn't matter who we are, but we're all persons. We're all real, and let's continue that. And with hopefully we're going over the COVID bump now, and we can continue. Maybe we can start gathering together. Maybe me and Dennis Barnes will go have a party. With that, thank you all, and I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry I was a few minutes late, but it was kind of the last minute. I didn't really know about this today. So with that, thank you, Arnold, and thank you, everybody, Gary, for allowing me a few words. Remember, this is the entrance. Oh, I just wanted to say our family is going to donate a bench for here. So in honor of Ramona for doing all the work, our family will be donating one of the benches here today. So thank you. Love you guys.
Thank you, Floyd Bighead, for those wonderful words. Wow. I like your voice, so I'm going to induct you and initiate you into the drum group for our Indian Days. All right. Yeah. All right. Next feather presentation we're going to do is we like to ask Mayor Maggie Cronin. Come on up and receive a feather. These feathers that are being given out have been blessed, and these are one of the highest gifts that anybody can receive in our tradition. As we all know, the respect we have for that wonderful bird we see up in the sky acknowledges our prayers. So these eagle feathers are very, very important to our people. Also, I would like to call Kara. Come on up. One of the main organizers who worked very hard to make this day not only for the town, but all who was involved, and especially the children of the Cardston High School. These kids all worked very, very hard to make this possible. And it's been in the works for a long time, and it's been a long waited time for this day to happen. And I know these kids work very hard, and they put how they feel about this monument that they put together. And I feel that they deserve a big round of applause. Yes. Also, before we go on, I would like to also acknowledge some very important individuals here that are with us here. Colin Crawford, RCMP. Sean Lapointe. This is our peace officer here in Cardston. Sam Peterson, Blood Tribe, Police Department, and Charity Black Rider. It's an honor to have you here with us here today, and it's always a good thing that we have our people in uniform that make sure everything is in order. All right. So we're going to have a round dance at this time. Oh, we forgot one more thing here. That wasn't in the agenda here. Ramona, would you want to come up here? We have a little gift for you as well, as Mayor Cronin would like to present. And also, we would like to acknowledge a couple more people that helped out putting the structure, the monument. Mr. Schultz, come on up here. We would like to give you a little something from the Cardston High School student here that's been involved. Let's put our hands together one more time for Mr. Schultz. A wonderful job. That is a wonderful job. And also Ken Peterson, come on up. Works for the company that made the statue.
Mr. Peterson helped us understand how that monument could look. So between the drawing of Cassius and of the students, what they wanted on it, and the partnership between the monument people and the artist, this is what came out of it, and I think it's extremely beautiful. So thank you both. Thank you.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. All right. We're going to end off today with a friendship round dance. We got our drummers that are going to perform a song. And this is something that we enjoy sharing with our friends as we're going to make a big circle. Where did you... yeah, we'll just stand around the monument. And those of you that can stand, that can dance, you are more than welcome to come and, of course, social distancing here. And we're going to dance around the monument itself and give thanks for all what has taken place here today. And as the singers are going to sing a song, and for those of you that don't know round dancing or haven't seen the round dance, just keep an eye on Floyd Bighead. He is the one. He is the number one dancer of the Blood Tribe. Yeah. All right, here we go. Yes, right on. It's always a happy, beautiful feeling when we all come together like this, sharing a little bit of tradition, a little bit of history, as we can understand both worlds. It's always a good feeling to expose some of our traditional ways and extending the knowledge that we have kept for many, many centuries as we carry them on, not only for ourselves but for our children. And today is a great, great day. And I think the children that were behind this monument deserve a lot of recognition for all the work that they put into it. This is a great day for not only the Native people, but I would like to thank the town for allowing this thing to take place here today. Beautiful. All right. Well, I would like to thank everybody that took part in festivities today, and especially our authorities here, RCMP Blood Tribe Police, and our peace officer. Such a great day. So if anybody that wants to take pictures of the monument, you are more than welcome. And I think this is a very historic point here today that that's going to go a long ways. And I encourage everybody to take a picture, and something that you will reflect on many years to come.